Hey everyone, Lisa Callaghy here to show you how to set up your Schoology account to connect to your PowerTeacher Pro gradebook so that you can pass grades back from Schoology in assignments that you give, and it will automatically populate to your PowerTeacher Pro. All right, let's begin. So the first thing you need to do is log into your ClassLink account and navigate to your Schoology tile and go ahead and click on that, which will automatically land you in Schoology and on the recent activity page. Okay, so the first thing we need to do now is to decide or find the course that we're ready to set up in Schoology to map back to the course that you've already set up in PowerTeacher Pro Gradebook with the weighting system. So let's click on courses here at the top of your page, and now find the course that you're ready to set up. So I'm going to click on English Language Arts. That's the course that I'm going to map and set up between categories in Schoology and PowerTeacher Pro. All right, so once we're in our courses page, come on over to your left-hand side menu bar and find your grade setup choice. Go ahead and click on that. Okay, so here we are on the grade setup page, and really all we are caring about here is this top part where it says categories. And what we need to do is we need to add the categories that you've already associated with to your course in PowerTeacher Pro. So if you've watched my previous videos, you notice that I did set up my English Language Arts categories and I weighted them in PowerTeacher Pro. So I'm going to now connect the two, and I'm going to click on Add here. So I'm going to add the category name of the same categories that I used for this course in PowerTeacher Pro. So I used test, and I just typed the name test, the category name test. It doesn't have to match exactly, but you must be the same name almost. So if I had tests with a plural, it's not going to really make a difference as long as I can identify it. And I'm not touching anything below the category name. I'm just going to click on the create button. And if you watched my previous video, you'd know that I have two other categories that I attached to my English Language Arts course in PowerTeacher Pro. So I need to add those same three categories here. Great. So now you see I have three categories that I just named here in Schoology. But before we go any further on actually mapping, I want to bring your attention up to this copy settings area here at the top right-hand corner of your page. So what this does is if I click on copy settings, if I'm departmentalized and I have more than one section of a course, and I pretty much copied those same weights, categories and weights in PowerTeacher Pro gradebook from one course to the other, I can kind of do the same thing here. So if I have multiple courses that I'd like to copy these categories to, I can, and I'm going to just click them and then click on copy, and that will actually copy over these three categories over. But that doesn't mean that the next piece that we're doing is going to automatically copy over. So just because you're copying over the category names to your different courses in Schoology doesn't mean the mapping is being copied over. You're going to have to map each individual category within each individual course in Schoology. Okay, I'm just not going to do that right now. I don't want to mess this teacher up too much. So, okay, so now once I've come here and I'm going to click on Save Changes, at the end to make sure that all my categories are here. Now I'm going to come back over to my left-hand side menu bar, and I'm now ready to map. So I'm clicking on Power School, that choice in my left side menu bar, and that's going to open this Power School page here in Schoology. So to map your Schoology categories to your PowerTeacher Pro categories, you're going to click on Configuration here at the top under the Power School banner. What that's going to do is give you two columns. For some reason, and this might happen to you, if you do click on that configuration option here and it doesn't load, you might need to reload your page, refresh your page, and then come back and click on it again. Just sometimes it takes a few times before it actually appears for you to do this mapping. So it seems to be giving me a little bit of a problem. There we go. Third time's a charm. All right, so here we are at the configuration page, and you notice there's the Schoology course categories here and the Power School categories here. So what you're essentially doing is you're mapping your Schoology course categories to the exact same category that you have created in PowerTeacher Pro. So you see all of these categories here, and under the Power School categories are the ones that are in your account. These are categories under your account in PowerTeacher Pro. So let's do some mapping. All right, first I need to find the categories here in under Power School categories. So I did have a benchmark category for this particular course. So I'm going to come over here to the Schoology course category, click on the drop-down menu, and choose benchmark. See, here's where we are matching one for one. Okay. Now I wouldn't come here and click and choose project or test because project or test is not this Power School category. I need to do is scroll and look for that project or test PowerTeacher Pro category and then come over to Schoology category and match it that way. And now my last one is test. I know, and I have test. So I have selected all of my categories in Schoology that match my categories in PowerTeacher Pro for this course that I have already weighted in PowerTeacher Pro Gradebook. Once I'm finished, I click on Save Changes, and that's it. I am finished. Now, when I grade any activity, assignment in Schoology, and I give the grade I give will automatically be passed back to PowerTeacher Pro and weighted accordingly. All right, that concludes this tutorial. Have a good day, everyone.